Have you seen this conversation started back about the pay disparity between the WNBA and the NBA?
I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's almost like people aren't.
They just don't understand math and they don't understand how the economy works. You don't just make the same amount of money because the league is called the same thing, but for women.
Yeah.
You make the amount of money that's generated. They actually make a disproportionate amount of the money generated. In other words, the NBA players make less money or a smaller percentage of the total money generated than the WNBA players make. So they're unfairly compensated. Ideally, as many people that watch the college final watch WNBA games, and then all of a sudden the league will explode and they'll make all more money. There was this NBA player, I don't know if you guys remember his name. His name was Michael Jordan.
Changed the game.
And he changed the way that NBA players got paid. NBA players were making a fraction of what they got paid.
I'm glad you said that.
Where they get paid now. And so it's going to take a Caitlin Clark. Listen, if you're a WNBA player, you're upset about the pay, be Michael Jordan. Step it up.
I'm glad you said that.
Be more compelling.
I read an article earlier that said, this person in the article was saying one person can't change the pay disparity in the WNBA.
They literally do.
I think one can.
One can.
Because we saw it in the NBA.
So we saw with Bird and Magic. It happens throughout history. You're going to jump and have these new plateaus. They just have to have a new plateau, and the girls have to go out there and play the game in a way that just makes us need to watch. That happened with Caitlin Clark. That happened with her in college. You saw the numbers. Like, people showed up to watch the game.
And they say it's due to revenue differences between the WNBA and the WNBA. I just read this whole thing about it. I mean, it's really quite simple. I'm trying to find it accurate.
The more money you make, the more money
it's about TV.
Yeah, it's the TV,
it's the TV deals. Yes, that's part of it.
I mean, that's how the NBA players really get paid. These TV deals are crazy.
And the NBA splits about half of all its income with players.
Yeah.
The WNBA shares 50% of incremental revenue, excess money after the league hits a revenue target. NBA splits 50% of all its income with players. So I know a lot of the WNBA players are trying to get that changed as well.
The problem is they don't generate enough money to pay for things. So things need to get paid off first.
Yes.
So it's like they don't generate enough money to rent out the arena that day.
So you need ticket sales, merchandise, food and beverage sales, local broadcasting rights. All of that is used to pay salaries. The NBA brings in $10 billion a year. The WNBA recorded an estimated $200 million in revenue last year. And the other thing is the NBA has, well, how many teams?
Way more teams.
Like 36 teams? 32?
But yeah.
The WNBA has 12, I believe.
Yeah.
And the WNBA plays 40 games. NBA plays 82.
So
plus playoffs and all that shit like that.
Make much less just based on the amount of games.
That's it.
But
eventually, NBA is 30 teams.
Say again?
30 teams.
30.
NBA.
But you're going to make more,
okay,
ideally, if you have these transformative players. Curry is a version of that. Like, the more players that are out there that you need to watch, the more people watch, and the more money they make. It's very simple. So I don't think that this is like how a lot of people are masquerading it, which is, oh, look at this sexism. The patriarchy is trying to pay these girls. It's not that. There's nothing that the WNBA or the NBA would like more than to pay women more.
This is the generation that's going to change
the money.
I truly believe this is the generation that's going to change it. I believe this draft right here, this draft class, on top of everything the WNBA already has been doing, this draft class is going to change it. And it's not going to change over the next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something that it's trending in the right direction is what I'm saying.
You look at tennis. There are these two tennis players, female tennis players. I don't know if you've heard of them before.
They're from Compton.
They're from Compton, California.
They lose a lot of people from Canada, though.
Do they?
Yeah.
When does that happen? Who is it? I mean, I did hear about this. But what exactly happened?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just heard that.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch tennis like that. But I respect the girls from Compton, the women from Compton.
Unbelievable.
One of them is the greatest female player of all time.
Of all time.
Yes.
Those women made some real serious money playing tennis.
That's right.
Do you have a napkin over there?
Why? You need it?
No, clearly y'all do though.
What? From what?
You got something right here.
I didn't say anything. I'm trying to talk about Venus and Serena.
It's so crazy how we're in here pouring into Venus and Serena, and here
we can't even compliment black women without you interrupting.
Yeah, Bianca Andreescu became the first Canadian in history to win a Grand Slam singles title with her straight set victory over Serena Williams.
Straight sets?
Yep. This is August 30th, 2022.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
and
crazy.
Straight sets means what? Like she wins 2 sets in a row?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So 2 sets in a row without anything else coming from.
I don't know what a straight set is.
Gotcha,
Neither does
gotcha.
Gerard Carmichael. Love you, Gerard. It's a joke.
we love
Come
you,
on.
Gerard.
No, all jokes aside, this is
Yeah.
going to be the draft that changes things.
I hope so.
I do. I believe
want
that.
them to make. I want them to make more money than the guys.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. That'd be amazing. I hope they make more money than the guys.
Boy, that's going to take
How do you feel
a
about
lifetime.
Ice Cube offering her $5 million?
I'm not mad at it. I mean, why not? Like, she's only going to make, what, $300,000 for 4 years? You know?
I think
and,
she's 480,000 or something like that.
Yeah, and it was
Or
8 games?
400,000. Maybe
Like-
it was 300. Sorry.
Man, I'm not mad at her. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't have took the money if I was her, because I wouldn't want to look like a sideshow. Because that's what she would be in the big three.
And she would kind of get exposed. She's going to be
mean-
playing against NBA guys. It's not fair.
Yeah, and you don't want to play against these early 2000 NBA guys.
Yeah, but-
forgetting they, you know what I'm saying? Forgetting they playing against the young
no, you
girl
don't have to.
from
But-
Iowa. You don't want that.
But they old. They can't move as fast. Like she could probably.
Yeah, but you come down in the paint. What I'm supposed to do?
Alex.
She got a jumper. She don't need to come down the paint. She could just stay out there and just.
Alex.
Nah. All right.
It'd be a sideshow.
What we don't want right now is this stupid fucking thing that I've always been asking for. I'm always like, oh, let me play a WNBA player. I'll show you. It could be. The last thing we want is when the entire world is watching female basketball, for it to be dismissed and discredited by playing against guys and then getting absolutely destroyed. That will happen if they play against any guy.
in the big three. No, not any guy.
Any guy.
It's about 5 girls on here bust your ass, Andrew. Cameron Brink busts your ass.
No. But
Camilla-
stunningly beautiful. Did you
Camilla
see-
Cardoso
all these
busted
girls.
your ass.
That's another thing about this this draft class. Is like they're like stunning. I'm like
Aaliyah
looking at
Edwards
these.
busts your ass.
Come on, stop it. But I don't want to
Angel
play
Reese
them.
busts your ass all day.
Stop it.
Okay?
I
What
mean,
you talking
like,
about?
I don't even know how to
Yo,
take this seriously.
Cameron Brink is 6'7", I think.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. Look it up. Camilla Cardoso definitely 6'7". Cameron Brink I think she's 6'7", yo.
I mean, she might be, but they're all
She's 6'4".
6'4". How Camilla's 6'7".
they're beautiful, they're talented, and the people are into it, and that's what matters.
That's what matters. I love it. I watched the WNBA draft last night, excited to watch it.
Really?
Yes, I sat there and watched. I wanted to see where these players were going. I think the Chicago Sky are going to be must-see TV with motherfucking Angel Reese and Camilla Cardoso, the new Twin Towers. Camilla playing center, Angel playing power forward. I think Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston in Indiana is going to be must-see TV. And it was a feel-good story. Fucking Kate Martin, she's just there to watch Caitlin, get picked number
Wait,
one.
is Cameron Brink going to? Where's
Going
she
to the
going?
Sparks, Los Angeles Sparks. Kate Martin is just in the audience with the rest of
She's
Iowa.
going to be a billionaire. That girl.
Why? Because
6'4", blonde hair, blue eyed, beautiful supermodel that could play basketball and is in Los Angeles.
Let's go.
It's like
Get the money.
Get the money. I actually am concerned about Caitlin being in Indiana. Like she's in such a small market.
No.
You almost want to David Stern the draft and then get her. In,
no,
They
perfect for her.
already said they're going to put all her games on
She's a Midwestern girl.
ESPN.
She's comfortable. She's home. It's like Braun in Cleveland. Iowa was the most watched basketball team in women's college basketball.
Sure. What I'm trying to say is imagine her in New York.
With the celebs in the crowd and all that.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
You want to see celebs showing up to the game, sitting front row, wearing her fucking jersey. You want to see her in every single Subway commercial. You want to see her in every. You need
They
her in
should've
New
just said,
York.
Fuck it. It's the league is at stake right now.
We need to go. Cameron Brink looks L.A.
That shit don't matter no more, y'all.
Charlamagne, please.
The earth is flat.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, nobody
but
cares
and that
no
is
more.
kind of true.
Yeah, nobody
It's
cares.
not. I mean, look
Because
at this. The
Braun
fact that,
was still Braun in Cleveland.
Look
at this girl.
That didn't make a difference
It
at all.
don't care. Nobody cares.
Look at that. Girl.
God.
That girl
Golden
can
State.
also play basketball better than most women ever.
Listen, Oakland is in California, but Golden State was not considered a basketball hub until the Warriors came. Like, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter
but
where you at no more.
Here's the difference: is that like the NBA is already the most interesting league. The WNBA is not. There's not a lot of intrigue, so you at least want to start with the big cities. I love Cardoza and Angel Reese going to Chicago. That's a big market.
Bro, we didn't give a fuck about Iowa until Caitlin Clark.
No, but the thing is, with college basketball, we just care about the star. So we liked it when Steph was at Davidson just shooting threes nonstop. Like we'll take interest in these weird, like tiny schools that we would never even know where they are during the tournament. But what you want is Caitlin in New York, or you want Caitlin in LA. You want what is the other big market
You
team?
love the Timberwolves right now. Anthony Edwards. Box
But what I'm
office.
saying is that I
They're
do.
going to move him out of Minnesota soon.
And they shouldn't.
But Drew, isn't this?
Sorry to interrupt. If Anthony Edwards was in New York right now,
He'd be broke. 47% in taxes. He'd be getting his ass handed to him.
okay, while he might be broke, he would be. I mean, I can't even imagine startup like Jalen Brunson is
So why
already
Jalen
an
not a
absolute
star?
He is a superstar.
No,
People
he's
love
not.
him.
He's an NBA star.
Anthony Edwards is a superstar.
I don't
Like
even
you
know
just look at the kid every time he talks. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this guy's got gravity.
I don't even know if Jalen is an NBA star yet. We love him as a player,
Yeah,
but
I
I don't
think-
even think he's an NBA star.
I think he's
in
much
New
bigger
York.
here in New York than the rest of the NBA looking at him.
Really?
Yeah, like here he's a legend. New York,
Yes.
he's a legend.
Yo, Jalen can do
already.
whatever he wants in
Yeah.
the city. This is his city right now, especially.
But that's what I'm
playoff
saying,
runs.
like,
The rest of the NBA, I don't think they're looking at him like that.
I think maybe. Oh, you're saying fans of other teams?
Yes.
They're not looking at him in the same way that people are looking at Ant. They're not looking, but that's also a game thing. Like his game is incredibly effective, but it's Ant's game is highlights. He's dunking on you from the fucking free throw line,
Yeah.
like. Whereas Jalen is incredibly efficient. Like his ability to score, he's so crafty, so smart. His ability to finish is incredible, but it's not necessarily the thing that's going to go on the ESPN top 10. His stat line will, dropping 50 might, but a specific thing he does in it isn't going to hit there. Anthony Edwards could score 8 points, go 2 for 40 shooting, and dunk on one guy from the free throw line, and that's all we're talking about.
There's an Anthony in LA right now that don't nobody. He's balling. He's getting paid, but he's not a superstar.
But his game is not desirable.
Anthony Davis?
Yeah, nobody wants to play like Anthony Davis. He's incredibly efficient. He's great at what he does, but nobody's like, I want to play like him. It was the same thing as Tim Duncan. It's like Tim Duncan was the most efficient player ever, but nobody was like, man, I can't wait to play like Tim
I
Duncan.
don't even know if Anthony Davis is a superstar in LA. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean,
So that's what I think the market thing is. I think that's a thing of the past.
It's how you play the game, bro. It's like AI. The way he played the game was the way that we all want to play it.
Philly though. Philly ain't a huge market.
7th biggest city in the country, I think, or something like that. I mean, it's a pretty big
I think it's top
market.
10. It should be top 10.
You know what I think Caitlin will be good on Indiana? She'll act like how Messi is for American soccer. How every time he goes to a different stadium, they get like a
gonna
burst
be
in
crazy.
sales. So now
They
it's
already said this, I think for the Aces game, they already got to have it in a different arena
Oh,
in
wow.
Vegas.
No way.
When Iowa goes there, yeah.
When
Iowa
Indiana-
goes to play the Aces.
Indiana plays the Aces.
Oh
Not
shit!
Iowa.
Yeah, you're right. When Indiana goes to play the Aces, they got to have it in a bigger arena.
Yeah.
Wow.
They already.
Listen,
announced
I
it.
love this. This is the best possible fucking thing. Just so we can hear these women stop yapping.
I want women to get paid more, and the WNBA is on their way. They said Caitlin's gonna make $3 million in endorsements this year, which I think is very low, by the way.
I think
For
Caitlin,
endorsements,
I think Caitlin's going to make tons of money in endorsements. I think her playing. I actually, and shout out to Ice Cube, but like I think her playing in the WNBA is actually better for her
Absolutely.
endorsement wise. Like she'll get the bigger deals.
Absolutely.
She's going to get a sneaker. Like that girl Sabrina Ionescu.
nice.
First of all, but her sneaker is fire.
she got a sneaker.
She has a sneaker by Nike that is objectively one of the best looking basketball sneakers they put out. And I see NBA dudes hooping in her sneaker.
Oh, wow.
So that's another thing. When they do give Caitlin a sneaker, and they better, take your time with that shit. Make it heat.
How
Make it heat.
How the fuck Asia Wilson don't got a sneaker yet?
Does her game make you want to buy
Hell
it?
yeah, Asia's a beast.
And then who's she sponsored by? That's the other thing.
She's with Rich Paul. Rich Paul is her agent.
No, but like who's her? Like is it Adidas? Is it Nike? Is it?
Oh, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she's with nobody. I don't know. Maybe she is. I don't know.
But they
Listen, I
probably
think
work.
it's awesome. It's great to see. And the cool thing about it is if they make tons of money because of the interest, it really shuts down the conversation about any pay gap. It makes it very simple. Drum up interest for your sport, your activity, your art, whatever it is, and you will make more money regardless of sex. I genuinely,
Well, there's still some institutional systemic things that they got to jump
it's not
on.
to discredit that there is
Yeah.
sexism, that these things exist in the world, right? But what I'm saying is, I believe that if they generate the views, the next time they have a negotiation for the deals, that new negotiation, they'll pay based on the new views, and then all those people make money. Charles Barkley didn't make close to the amount of money that LeBron made.
Not even close.
But he was instrumental in bringing the NBA to a level where they could negotiate those deals that get LeBron paid.
This is going to be them. This class right here, and the classes for the next 5 years, 10
I think
years,
you're right.
they're going to be the women that 20 years from now are mad that these women is making so much money.
Son, you're right.
WNBA.
Right. And call it what it is. Like, the fact that they're beautiful helps the marketing. I know it's like silly to say, but it is true, and it's unfortunate for women. Women have to be not only talented, they also have to be beautiful for there to be interest.
To your point about
it's unfortunate, and that is sexism. That's the shit that we could talk about. But the fact that they are is only going to increase viewership, increase intrigue, increase brands that want to be part of it. Like, these girls are going to go crazy.